Okay, I got the XR650 up on the stand today. I didn't do any videos on this thing of how I actually fixed it, but what I was doing was chasing wires all over the place. My turn signals weren't working. Sometimes they would when I hit the switch, sometimes they wouldn't, and it was driving me crazy. I was checking grounds every which way, thinking I've, blown fuses or whatever the problem was. Well, like I said, I didn't do any videos on how I fixed it, but I can walk you through real quick on what I did do. So my main problem was in the switch here. These OEM 650 switches have these little drain ports. I don't know if it's going to focus there on the bottom, so if any water gets down into the switch. And I live in Pennsylvania, so we have these lovely wasps known as mud daubers or mud wasps. They like to inconvenience you at every turn. If there's a hole they can crawl into, they will get into it. So I took that switch apart and it was absolutely caked with mud and dead bees. So it's pretty simple to tear apart. I had to go all the way down. There was no connection whatsoever. It was so packed with mud that, switch wasn't getting anything. So that fixed my turn signal problem. It got the right side working, and the left side, the only one that was working was this front one. So I went crazy again, checking all the bulbs and whatnot, going back over everything. And my culprit for that was actually down here. This is where the rear turn signals plug into your wire and harness. And how you're seeing it is exactly how I found it. So a few months ago, I had done a car rebuild on this bike. And what I think had happened is I didn't pay enough attention when I was putting it back together. And this wire was sitting right here on top of the airbox and rubbing between the seat and it, ultimately causing the wires to fail. As you can see, they completely split. I was hoping I was going to be able to splice them, but that wasn't the case. My little confirmation is this rub spot on the seat itself. So just kind of something to keep in mind when you guys are, taking your seat off and on like I did, because I missed it and sometimes simple things happen. But hopefully it helps you guys out. Catch you guys in the next one.